Hello, it's Hamilton, and I am back just for Christmas. The world didn't end, we're all okay, and we're going to move on to the Eldar Codex. By the way, we're then going to do the Dark Eldar Codex after that. So, really looking forward to doing lots of videos for you guys. RoboGurex, thanks for the comment on a couple of the videos. Really interesting to listen to. Interesting you thought Warlocks are better. I know a lot of people like them. So, swiftly on with Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers, by the way, are widely considered the best Eldar troop. I'll see if I agree. They have Weapon Skill 4, Ballistic Skill 4, it's very strong. They are Strength Toughness of 3, only with 1 wound, which is not great. Initiative 5 and 1 attack, with Leadership 9 and a 4+ save. Now, I quickly want to talk about where I think the problems start coming up for me with these guys. With the Strength and Toughness of 3, if I was to say you were going into combat with a Marine, you'd be wounding him on a 5 and he'd be wounding you on a 3. Yeah, you'd be going first, but it's just Toughness 3 finds a huge problem because anything you go into assault with that has a Toughness of 4, you're struggling. When you get to 5, then you're non-existent. So these guys' place is, in my opinion, shooting. They have Avengers Sharpened Catapults, which is Strength 4, AP 5, Assault 2. It's really good. Only 18 inches is the only problem, but there's ways to get on that. Way fast we get around. Basically, and they also have Fleet of Foot, a special one. So they're going quite fast across the board. I generally like these as troop choices, and they work really well. They're only 12 points a man, and I think for that you get the Initiative 5 is really good. Leadership 9 is really good. But it wouldn't be Eldar without ridiculous amount of upgrades to be able to take. So let's talk about what you can do to the squad and what I do and what things I wouldn't do, and then the rating. Okay, you can give him an X-Arch for 12 points, and he has a weapon skill and a ballistic skill higher, an initiative higher, an attack higher, and a save 1 better. I would do this almost every single time. Almost every single time. If you really can't find the points, I'm sure you can throw away a useless upgrade you put elsewhere. You've got to have the X-Archers, because you get the increased ballistic skill. He's going to be shooting a lot. You get increased initiative, which can be useful, increased attacks, and save. So basically for 12 points they're better in almost every single way. But as I said, they're massively customizable. When you give him the X-Arch, you open up to a whole wealth of options. Right, the X-Arch is 12, and he can be given an Avenger. He can replace his Avenger Sharpened Catapult with 2. 5 points, making it a single Assault 4 weapon. I absolutely love to do this. That is so many shots, that is no joke. That is an absolute mountain of shots coming out of him. That's 4 shots. And then if you had them in a squad of 10, that's 9, 18, 22 shots coming out the squad when they get within 18 inches. Something I really, really like about them. He can then be given a Dire Sword and a Shuriken Pistol at +10. What do I think of a Dire Sword? I think it's a complete waste of points. It's basically a power weapon that has a chance of, when they take a wound, they take a leadership test. They fail it, they are instantly killed if they don't have Eternal Warrior. I really do not like this. It's no joke. It's not. I know I've got strong opinions, but I really don't like this weapon because it's paying a power weapon for 10 points basically, and you're still wounding on the 5. You're just not. It's not helped anything, and now power weapons being AP3, it's even weaker still. So ignore that option entirely. If you want an assault guy, you need to give him a shimmer shield and a power weapon at +15. The shimmer shield gives him an invulnerable save, which is really, really, really important. No joke. Side really good. The shimmer shield. That 4 is invulnerable can allow you to take out a Thunder Hammerstorm through Terminator. It's just giving you much more survivability for additional points. He then can be given powers, Blade Storm and Defend. So Defend, that means that when enemies attack them, each model in the unit loses 1 attack of the enemy unit, down to a minimum of 1. That's good. Or you can give him Blade Storm. 1 turn, all your warriors can add +1. All Dire Avengers can add +1 to their shots. So Assault 3, Shuriken Catapult, and Assault 5 for this guy. If you've taken 2. Or Assault 3 for this guy. Right, there's only 2 ways, in my opinion, to run these guys. Only 2. Right, the first one is you take an X-Arch with 2 Avengers Shuriken Catapults and Blade Storm. Now, quickly, Blade Storm's been really criticised because you do lose the Overwatch in that same turn. But I wouldn't worry about that too much, guys. Seriously, don't panic about Overwatch because hitting on the 6s, I found Overwatch to be absolutely useless in my time playing 6th edition, and I've played quite a bit, but I've got very little use out of Blade Storm because of the 6s. You get 1 lucky roll, let's say you take 20 attacks and 4 somehow go through. Wound it's 3, or he loses 1 guy. It's not a game changer, Overwatch. Need the Snapfire in my opinion. Anyway, but basically, yeah, so you give them the 2 Avengers Shuriken Catapults, the X-Arch, and then Blade Storm. Just give them a Wave Serpent. They fly out, they disembark, they shoot at that squad. They spend the turn not shooting, but in the shooting phase, the Wave Serpent flies in front of them. Because it's a fast skimmer, it gets an 18-inch movement. You can maneuver that, so it's right in front of them, blocking the enemy's view. The next turn, it moves back away, they shoot again, in front, back away, in front. Or they get in it, in the turn that they can't shoot, they get a different target, off they pop, and then the turn for that, they pop out with a new target. All really viable ways to play. My favourite one by mile. And I like having 2 squads of 10 with the X-Arch, 2 Avengers Shuriken Catapults, Wave Serpents, and Blade Storm. There's 2 of my troops. The armies I like. The next thing you can do is take an X-Arch. Always take the X-Arch with Power Weapon and Shimmer Shield and defend. Wave Serpent, squad is 10, straight to the enemy's heart and assault. Why is this not as good? For a lot of reasons. You are always going to be wounding on 5 against Marines. Now, also, stop banging on Marines, they're not everything. Well, they're 50% of the game. Necrons are basically Marines, within over 50%. And at that point, more than 3% wounding on a 5, it becomes unviable. Basically, yeah. And they signal Wave Serpent. Also, you can't shoot the minute you assault the time you've disembarked. Now, in 6th edition, that's been weakened. Okay? So the 2 scores on the doors are, with the first one, the shooting one, I give them 9 out of 10 for a troop, 8 out of 10 for troop choice. The second one, I'll give them 6 because the 6th edition revivals. Agree, disagree? I want to hear. Do you use them? Do you not use them? This is Will Hamilton, and I am out.